this panel. This panel is titled A New Era of Brokering, a discussion for brokers and funders, both established and new, on ways to improve your business and best practices to follow. If the panelists, the esteemed panelists here can please introduce yourselves, and then we'll go ahead and get started.
Hey guys, good day. Matthew Fight, High Power Capital here.
This is for both established and new funders and brokers in the industry. So we're going to start off, new brokers specifically might be confused about some aspects of the business, such as what is an appropriate factor rate, what are market rates, how to prevent backdooring, and other sales-related questions. So we'll go left to right. Matt, if you want to start us off.
Hey guys, well, factor rate is really, in my eyes, as a broker in this business for a long time, is relative to the quality of the deal and the position of the deal. Obviously, there's a difference between first, second, fourth, fifth, high risk, and so forth. But an appropriate factor rate, if you start the A paper, your 1.2s, 1.3s, 1.4s, and so forth, and preventing backdooring and such is just really based on the relationship you have with that funder. So if you have a funder that you are established with, you can trust them. But a lot of times, brokers, especially new brokers, get caught up with new funders that may not be very careful with their data, so to speak. So we want to have established relationships to really prevent backdooring, I would say. Last thing I just wanted to put in here, it says about training your cold callers. If you're an ISO, if you're an ISO in this industry, training your callers is paramount, because fitting the merchant into a credit box and understanding where to place the files, it all starts from the foundation of it. And if you have an army of cold callers, that's great, but if they're not trained effectively, that makes a world of difference when it comes to retention, building an actual relationship, and becoming a credible shop opposed to a fly-by-night company. So that's all.
Awesome. Were a lot of people up late last night? Did something happen? So next topic is ways to build pipelines, best practices, how to not buy backdoored leads, and really how to establish your pipeline and get good leads in, how to market yourself.
So this is a great topic. Really it starts with, like I said, training and qualifying your callers, because creating an organic lead is 10 times more valuable than a lot of backdoor data type of things happening. These are negative things that actually hurt this industry, in my opinion. And in my experience, generating thousands and thousands of packages over the last decade, it doesn't happen from buying someone's data inappropriately. For me, I keep it super simple. We call UCCs, we find people that take funding, that are familiar with the type of rates that we offer. We're not offering a bank product, and that has to be established up front to create a good pipeline, because if you overpromise your merchant from the beginning, it's not going to be a fun sales process. And building legitimacy, just touching on that real quick, it's like, if you are an ISO, it's not that hard to get on Google, to get on some type, like the whole Kevin Harrington thing that he brought up. Like, if you get on social media, if you get verified by Google, which is, that's a massive company that could bring your reach a lot farther than just a simple cold calling operation. When you get, your business verified on Google and whatnot, that's helped me a ton, just especially for local presence. When people see, like, hey, you're in a certain area, you're not in a basement, you're an actual company that has customer service, and somebody could pick up the phone on a given day and reach you. That's a big deal to people. They care about customer service. So I'll leave it there.
So piggybacking off that, how do you maximize your commission? How do you create value? What are some common techniques to use and pitfalls?
Okay, I was waiting for a while to jump in on this one. Okay, I would say one of the most important things is placing your file correctly. If you are selling the wrong product to the wrong merchant, somebody that has 700 credit and you're trying to sell them a 149 with additional fees, like that is not going to work. To increase your commission, have the right product available for your merchant up front. if you think that selling a 149, paying 12, 15 points, and trying to charge a PSF is going to help the longevity of your business, you know, you have another thing coming. I would say to increase commissions, you have to look at the deal. Every single deal is a living, you know, breathing entity. So after you fund it, the relationship that you build is key. And at the same time, you want that person to keep coming back like clockwork. That's how you build commission. A singular commission, to me, is just the beginning of the relationship. But we have merchants that we funded, you know, 20, 25 times since 2018, and that's because we don't max them out every time. We kind of meet in the middle. We're flexible with the commissions that we sell, and the upsell that we get is good. We don't get greedy. You know, at the end of the day, don't get greedy. Your merchant will come back. They won't take the call from the next guy. If you charge a fee on deal one, I get it, but on deal two, you will lose that merchant to a company like us that doesn't charge a fee on every single deal. We very rarely charge fees. You might win that one transaction, but the war, you know, is won over a long period of time, guys. You got to live to broker another day. So maximizing is key.
Awesome. Going off something Alex touched upon, what are some reputational and/or legal risks, including sending deals to debt settlement companies, double funding? If you could touch upon that, and then go across.
Absolutely. I think, you know, debt settlement companies is truly one of the downfalls of this business. It oversaturates this. So if you're a broker and you're sending deals to funding and then sending to debt settlement at the same time, that's a very negative thing that can have very negative long-term impact on not just this industry, but, you know, a lot of things. It could, you know, back in the day, it jammed up our legal system, and we all know, you know, where that story ended. So for us, you know, I think that we have to warn our merchants about debt settlement companies calling, offering, people over-promising. You know, we have people that play both sides of the fence in this industry, and it's not good. You know, this is something that needs to be addressed, because if you're trying to make a commission off of, you know, FundKite or FinTap, and then turn around and sell that lead, that piece of data, debt settlement, you're not, who are you, where is the longevity in that? If you get like I just said, that singular commission, it feels great when it hits your account, but the way I look at things, if you could fund somebody 20, 30 times, or if you could fund somebody for a decade or 2 decades, or fund them from one generation to the next, that's really the goal, you know. So, I mean, you don't want to overreach when it comes to that.
Brokers are starting to become regulated on a state level. What worries you guys about the increased regulations? How should the industry respond? And what should brokers be doing to help merchants?
Hey guys, one thing I'll tell you about is that what I am not worried about a new era of brokering is our new president-elect, Donald J. Trump. Can we all have a round of applause for Donald J. Trump? One thing I'll just add is RBFC helps me sleep at night, guys, because you don't want to be on the wrong end of a litigator. Becoming an RBFC member as an ISO has been instrumental in learning about the legalities of this industry, and it's one of the best investments that you can make, man. If you choose to do it, Joe, you'll be rewarded tenfold, because this organization has taught me so much about the being on the good side of this industry. I think with like our new political wave happening now, we're gonna all be in a very good spot come January. And just stay informed, guys. When you're informed and you're prepared, you don't really have to worry, you know. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, and if anybody has interest in signing up, either as a broker or as a funder, I know Mary's in the room in the back. And she'll be around. Find her. It's definitely a great coalition and organization to be a part of. If anybody has any questions, we have a couple of minutes and we could open up the floor for questions now. Okay, I think we're good to go here then. Everybody, thanks for coming down.